Bet.
All right, man, you got me, right? Turn it up, though. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Matt. Welcome back to another episode of the Matter of Fact podcast, man. First of all, I want to thank everybody who've been commenting, liking, sharing, all my new followers, everybody, the people that's been there since day one. I really appreciate y'all, yo. Yo, today, as I always say, I'm mad excited about this episode. So why would you expect anything different? Because this one is really like with my like sandbox brother, like not even like on some like some extreme junk, but like we really grew up together.
Facts.
But as y'all know, I intro all my guests. So of course it's my brother, I gotta do him right. So let me get my intro music. Please, my good brother.
Hold on, I ain't know it was this one. Hey,
Turn it up just a little bit, my brother. Just a little bit. Okay, right there. So,
yeah,
this dude, just a little bit more. I ain't gonna lie, a little bit more. Okay. So this dude, he's a multi-platinum cover artist, CEO of his own production company, Flash FWD Productions. He's a painter, producer, animator. He worked with people like Kanye, DJ Khaled, Alicia Keys, Lil Wayne, different networks and companies. He worked with Wild 'N Out, Adidas. He's a creator of his own animated miniseries, The Flies, yo. Mm-hmm. And of course, he's my dog. I'm talking about Sean KidFlvsh Williams, yo.
Sirski.
Brother, good.
Good to see you, man. It's been so long.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you coming on here.
I appreciate you having me, brother.
That was good. I like the way you figured that out. First of all, bro, like I was saying earlier, yo, I'm really proud of you, yo. Like,
thank you, bro.
You somebody who I've seen like since we was like, I don't know, like 7, probably 6, like even maybe earlier than that. But I was like, yo, really watch you grow up.
Yeah, man.
And like turn into this person that's like all the way up here right now, yo. And it's just crazy. Like, and it's just a testament to your hard work and to your talent and staying consistent with something that you really like love. Mm-hmm. And I'm proud of you for that, bro. Like,
thank you, bro. I really, really appreciate it, bro. And I can say the same. I got to give you your flowers, too, bro. You've been doing your thing. You've been grinding. I see you doing your thing with this podcast. I know you've been saying that you want to do it for a while, and now it's finally coming to fruition right now. And to even be here right now is a blessing, bro. So, likewise, bro, I'm super, super proud of you, and I can't wait to see where you go with this, man.
Come on, brother. It's a beautiful thing.
I love, man.
But, nah, dog. I brought you on here because, yo, like I tell everybody, this whole podcast is about perseverance, bro. Mm-hmm. And I think your story is so unique. It can help so many people because, as you told me before, yo, so like coming up, you was real big on art, mm-hmm. and you even went to school for art. But like now, and you told me you like dropped out of school,
yeah,
while you was in the art school doing this whole different thing to now become what you are. So like, what was your road even starting off to like do cover art and all that stuff?
It was actually kind of a random thing. Like, it just happened for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in Art Institute of Philadelphia for my first year of college. I went there for about a year and a half, and then they committed fraud, actually. So I actually didn't graduate from there because they cut my credits. I couldn't graduate because they took all of our tuition and spent it on themselves. Like, one of my teachers pulled up in a Rolls Royce. My son was old as dirt, bro. He does not need to be pulling up in a Rolls Royce. So
was it a ghost or a wraith, though?
It was a ghost.
Dang.
My son was balling. I ain't gonna lie. He was taking millions, bro, out of all of our pockets. So, after that happened, I had to go transfer. None of my credits transferred, so I had to basically start over, bro. I was in Art Institute for a 2-year program to get my bachelor's in animation with a minor in graphic design. All of that is out the window. Had to basically go to Pratt. I went to Pratt, and then over there is where I kind of got my first call because I met my roommate Tyon. Shout out my brother Tyon. I met him in Philadelphia. We went over to New York, and then he called me while I was in the middle of class, and he was like, "Yo, bro, my man's who's DV's DJ at the time got a song with him. We need a cover art. Could you help us out?" And I was like, all right, I don't even know what cover art is, but sure. So I just did it, sent it over, and then like an hour later, they sent me a link, and it was to Hypebeast Magazine, and it was like the front page on Hypebeast Magazine. I was like, oh, that's kind of tough. So after that, being posted on the page kind of got my name out there. People started hitting me up left and right, and then the word kind of spread, and then one thing led to the next, and then I became this cover art guy. You know what I mean? So
Like, yo, I didn't even want to do that. Like,
I didn't. I swear I didn't. I was focused on doing just graphic design and animation. That was my passion from since young. And then, you know, this one opportunity to help a friend, and you just looking out. I didn't charge him no money, no nothing like that. I just did it to help out.
Right.
And it literally started a whole career for me. And I was like, I bet. So now we here.
now the process, like dropping out, like when you dropped out, bro, did you even like think like what's next, or like what I'm gonna do now, how I'm even like, you know, go from here? Because I feel like that was your plan at first, you know, like go to school, I guess, work for some art company, something like that, and then going from there. So like that change, was it like a little, like, was you scared doing that, or like?
A little bit, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really have a plan. I kind of just, you know, did this one work. It started getting a lot of attention, and then I kind of like was like, all right, you know, I have a very strong faith in God, so I just let him guide my path, and I just kind of kept him first and just kept going, bro. I didn't really know anything about this lane. I didn't have no industry knowledge of nothing. I kind of was like one of those guys who just jumped into the water and kind of had to learn how to float. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. And dropping out was kind of like, I didn't like do it the typical way. Like I didn't sign a form and say, "Hey, I'm not coming back." I just didn't come back. Like I just did not go because the work and the calling for me to be outside in these scenes and pulling up to these labels and these radio stations and all that kind of stuff. It was just so frequent. It's like I literally would leave class early sometimes just to go be in these places because it was just so frequent. So after a certain point, I'm like, man, I'm already in my field. I'm already making decent money already. Yeah. Might as well. So I just was like, later. Just dipped out, yeah.
Yo, you mad bold for that, I ain't gonna lie.
I was,
my mother probably would have, like, got one of them switches that she used to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she used to, like, try to hit us with, and, like, flew to Ohio and hit me with the switch, like.
Oh, wow.
Or actually, no, I would have dropped out, came back home. She would have said, yo, what you doing home? Then hit me with the switch. But anyways.
Yeah, my mom wasn't happy about that, but.
Yeah, so, okay, so we in the same boat.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she know I ain't drop out, Molly. You know? But anyway. Well, like, what, like, coming up with cover art, yo, so what was, like, your first project that, like, put you on? Or you was like, okay, like, now I'm up, like.
So the first cover art I did was the Davies cover art. It's called Vacation. That one kind of got the name known, like, as far as, like, who is this KidFlvsh guy? But then the one that kind of put me on the map for real, I would say would be Lil TJ's Brothers. That was my first, like, major artwork for a major artist at the time. And that was when TJ was, like, now coming out with his music. That was actually the first cover art he had on all distributing platforms. Right. So they found my work just through word of mouth. They hit me up, and it was like, yo, he's about to get signed. We need a cover art to go put on to like all the streaming platforms, and I did it. And then from there, we just had a whole run. And then from TJ, it went from TJ to Chef G and Sleepy Hollow, and then all these other people that we could just start listening. But I don't really do that kind of name drop thing. You know what I mean? But it kind of just, it was like a domino effect, you know?
That's hard. Yeah. But even like, so when you doing like and working with all these artists, yo, how do you like? Because I'm sure they want a specific type of thing, a specific type of look. But, like, when you working on it, how do you, like, still keep your creative side and then still, like, make what they want to make it show, like, okay, this is my work?
They actually don't know what they want, ever. Oh, they really don't. They actually, you know, most of the time I don't even get the song. I barely get the song name even. They kind of just be like, yo, we trust you. We got a song. Make something. So I'm just like, all right. And I kind of just use my full creativity because, like I said, I barely get any information. So if they give me, like, the name, let's say, I don't know, Firestarter. Right. I would have to literally kind of make anything based off that. I don't hear the song. I don't know the beat. I don't know the vibes. I just kind of go off either basically the name or who's featured on the song. And then I got to kind of just make something. So I get full creative control majority of the time. So a lot of the cover arts that you see is just straight off the dome. Like I just kind of like put myself in that mindset of like, all right, if I was to be this artist, what would I want to see as my artwork? And then I kind of just make it. And 9 times out of 10, I really just don't have to do any revisions or anything like that. It's just straightforward. Like they like it, and we there. So
right now, do the turnaround time be what? Like it depends.
Oh, Lord, is that turnaround time? Yo, bro. Sometimes I be having hours, like less than 2 hours, bro. It's like my biggest cover art was City of Gods for Fabio, Kanye, and Alicia. I had 2 hours to do that cover art, and they only gave me 3 emojis. They gave me the snowflake emoji, piano keys, and a teddy bear, and they said, do something with it.
Dang.
And then I took 2 hours and did 4 drafts. And out of the 4 drafts, the one that's out right now became the cover art.
Yo, that.
And they didn't even tell me either. Like, they was dead like, yo, bro, like, we need this. I can't tell you who's on the song, what the song's about, how it sounds, none of that. They just gave me those emojis, and I just made mad drafts. They told me what they liked and what they didn't like, how to do certain drafts, whatever. And then I sent the final one, the one that's out right now. I sent it in hours, bro, radio silence. I was at a party, and I noticed that Fabio posted, and then I see my cover art in the little thread of the Instagram post. Yeah. And it was like the second picture. I was like, yo, they used it. That's tough. Right. I didn't even know, but it was out. So I was like, I bet. And then, a couple months later, it went gold. They sent me a plaque, and the rest is history.
Dang, yo, that's so hard, bro. Like, when you working with these type of people, bro, like, do you work with them, like, hands-on? Like, it's like you on the phone with Alicia Keys, like, oh, so you want this? Or, like, you talk to their management, and then they, like, go through them? Because it's like, how do you, like, how do they know, like, what they really want? Or is it, like, that's what I'm saying, like, you talking straight to them? Or it's, like, through management, and then it's, like, is that even what they really want? Or just, like, what y'all just relaying to me?
So, it's kind of 50-50. It depends on the artist, for real. Some artists, I work with them directly, like TJ, Chef G, Sleepy Hollow, I work with them directly. Other people kind of, like, do management or the label. Most of the time, the label is terrible at relaying what the artist wants. That's why I prefer to talk to the artist, because at least I can know, all right, yo, this is your song. You know what the song is about. Let's chop it up. So it's a lot easier to get the image out when I talk to the actual artist. But when I'm talking to the label person, it's like what the label person wants versus what the artist wants. And then when I make what the label person wants and they send it back, now I got to do a revision or a rough draft, another draft, because the artist is like, what is this? I don't want this. So I'm like, bro, I just made what you said. Now I got to go back and do it again or redo something or change something because they like it, but it's not like exactly what they want. Right. So it's kind of like I said, 50-50. Most of the time it's through the label, but more times than not it's with the actual artist. So it's kind of like depending on what it is or the project at the time.
Yeah. And what I will say, bro, like even with the turnaround time, that just speak to like you making the most out of your opportunity. Like just day by day, like putting in work, like all this other stuff. I think it was one of my coaches. He was like, yo, there's no such thing as luck. He said luck is like when opportunity meets preparation. And it's like, yo, if you wasn't practicing, preparing all these like other different stuff that you was working on, like, and these people come at you like, yo, we need something 2 hours. It's like, yo, like, well, I ain't been drawing it like I don't know how long, like, so. Yeah. I think that's even to tell people like, yo, keep working on your craft because you never know like when an opportunity might hit, you'll be able to like elevate yourself like that, bro. Exactly. So that's really tough, yo.
Thank you.
But so in doing all of this, like before, you made all these cover arts for all these people, all these famous people. What was like keeping you motivated to even like keep going, keep drawing, and like staying in that whole space?
Just kind of really just, my passion for it. You know what I'm saying? I've had this passion, as you know, for mad long since we've been in school together, bro. Like just constantly drawing because, like I said, even if I didn't do what I was doing with these artists and just in this lane, I would have been drawing regardless. I would have been doing this for myself anyway. So I was always one of those people who always just like to keep the knife sharpened in a sense, like the pencil sharpened. Just to keep going, you know what I'm saying? I love art. I breathe, eat, sleep art. So regardless of what, I would have been doing it regardless. So I feel like that passion that I have kind of kept me going and just, learning new styles, trying new things, being in different places to have different perspectives is kind of what made me become the person I am as far as my work ethic and how hard I go for this artwork stuff. And I feel like that translates through the art, which makes it more likable or relatable, so that way people want it more because they see that I'm always elevating. Like you could see that from my first cover art to my last cover art, there's always a transition or always something that's improving. So I feel like that standout part of it is what makes people like be like, yo, this guy's nice. So that's really just what it is. And then, also, like I said, I'm very big on faith. So, just keeping God first and having him keep, having those conversations with him and telling me like, yo, keep going. I got you. Like, that's what really keep me going for real. I just keep a level-headed mind, and I just keep doing my thing, man. Yeah. That's really it.
But then even with your dedication to it, it's opened so many other doors. Like, cause you don't just do art now. Like, you got your own series. You're a producer, and like you doing all this other stuff. So like, how is all of that? Like,
so being in the studio, because a lot of the times I do these artworks, I'm in the studio with these guys sometimes, or just being around a lot of music artists recording in big studios. So it kind of rubbed off on me, and it's just like seeing what the process is like, learning how to record and engineer and make beats and stuff like that. I've been making beats actually as long as I've been doing art too, but I ain't never told nobody that. I started off on my phone apps, making the little drum pad beats on your phone, you know what I mean? And then after that, I kind of like took it serious for real, because I'm like, nah, I feel like I could really be nice at this. Like, and I feel like nowadays, like, I'm one of those guys that just, if I put my mind to it and I really believe I could do it, I could do it. Like, even if it's something that's not even in my field of art or whatever, like if I was like, yo, I wanna dance, I could dead dance. Like, just do it. It'd be mad nice.
That's that confidence though.
Like, you gotta believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, like, if you don't have that confidence to believe in yourself, you're gonna doubt yourself. And when you doubt yourself, you hold yourself back. You put chains on yourself. I don't like to, restrain myself. There's no ceilings with me. I feel like it's always room to elevate and go higher than what you have already done, or become better than you were yesterday. You know what I mean? So with that kind of mindset, I feel like that's why I've been able to dabble in different fields and become pretty nice in them, because I don't tell myself, nah, this is too hard. Nah, I can't do this. I'll be like, yo, if it's difficult, I'm going to keep trying so I know how to do it better or become like more efficient at it. You feel me? So I just kind of like to keep that mindset for real. And it just keeps me going and just keeps me, what's the word? Like, I guess just open-minded.
Yeah. So even coming up, like, with all this stuff you was doing, like cover art, producing, and everything else, was it ever a point where it got like low for you and you was like, yo, I don't know, like my bank account low, like stuff just not hitting, and like
so many times, bro.
And it's like I still gotta wake up and show up and keep going though. So like, how many times did you have to go through that and push through that to even get to where you at?
So many, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that everything was lit. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I was up the whole time, bro. You know how many times my account hit negative, bro? Like less than zero.
It wasn't more than mine, brother. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm telling you, bro. Shit, we're gonna have to compare bank statements. I'm telling you, bro. It's not easy, bro. It's not easy, especially when you're a freelancer and you have no industry ties. You don't know nobody. You kind of just making it for yourself, making a name for yourself, bro. There's a lot of sleepless nights. I went hungry in college, especially. I ain't had a single thing in my fridge. I had to, you feel me? I had some dope friends around me that, helped me out. And I had my parents and everybody like that, my family that kept me going. So, God bless them. And, that was really like a time period that really told me, and it showed me like, yo, this is something that you got to go through in order to get to where you at right now, because it was so many low points. It was times I wanted to quit. It was times I was like, man, F this. I don't want to do this no more. Like, people keep taking advantage of me. People keep, stealing my artworks, not giving me credit. That was my biggest thing. Like, people do not like to give credit in this industry, I swear,
at
bro.
all. Yeah.
Like, I've done some of the biggest works that people have seen, and they don't even know it was me. Like, a lot of people don't even know that both Lil TJ, Chef G, and Sleepy Hollow, all of their chains, I designed all of that, bro.
Dang.
The chains they wearing right now, I did all of that. Benny the jeweler took my credit for my design, gang. Like, they're wearing my designs on their neck and they're flaunting it, and nobody ever knew it was me.
So can we sue him or like what? Like,
I don't think so, no. Because it's already made. The jeweler took his credit for it, so technically he made it because he made it like the physical thing. But it's cool. Like, it's all right. I don't even. You know what's funny as hell too? Sleepy Hollow is about to do a Fortnite collab, and they used my chain design as one of the collectible items in the game.
You lying.
And nobody will know it's me.
You bugging.
Bro, it's coming.
What's the number? Like, you need to.
But like I said, bro, like,
call a lawyer.
This is why I don't stress, because I know I'm blessed, and I know God has a bigger opportunity for me later on. So it's all right. They can have that. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to bro. I hope it goes well, because at the end of the day, I know something better is coming for me, so I stay blessed, bro. I don't complain. I don't really make a big fuss out of it. But at the end of the day, that's what it is, bro. This is the industry we in, bro. So it's like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I become accustomed to it, and at the same time, I know that what I do is always going to be legendary and it's always going to be stamped because people who know will know, and then those who don't will find out. You feel me? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, I don't cry over spilled milk. I just keep moving forward.
Nah, that's facts. And even that's just a testament to your talent, bro. And it's like, yo, they could take all the stuff they want, but they can't take you because the talent is in you. So, I mean, it's like, yo, if y'all want to have that junk, I ain't going to lie, that Fortnite junk would have hit, though, boy. Oh, my God.
That would have been nuts. But it's cool, though, because like I said, like, at the end of the day, like, it's not, like, no bad blood between us or anything like that. And it's not their fault. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the ones who are supposed to give the credit, like the jeweler himself or like the other managers or whatever who hit me up that don't tag me or don't credit me, it's really their fault. But at the end of the day, like I said, it is what it is. Because, you know, like I said, a lot of people already know that I've done a lot of great work with these people. So me putting it out there for myself, it's all right. I gave myself the credit. I give myself the acknowledgement because at the end of the day, I'm not about to sit here and beg y'all to come tag me. I'm not that type of guy, and I'm not fiending for that recognition. At the end of the day, if you was a solid person, you would have gave it to me in the first place. That just shows your character, and that's how I move through this snaky industry, because a lot of people really snake you out just to get ahead of you, bro. They would use what you bring to the table to get ahead.
Nah, for sure.
And it's foul. But at the end of the day, like I said, we stay blessed, bro. I've been getting bigger opportunities than I ever seen in my life because of these opportunities that I've not been credited on, because those who see my value and see my worth give me that. Yeah. So I ain't worried about nothing.
Right. No, for sure, yo.
Yeah, man.
Thank God for that, yo. And
thank
that
God for real.
Shows your character, yo. Like you a stand-up person, yo, and somebody who just, even though, yo, you taking my stuff, it's like, yo, it's cool, like, because, like I said, yo, they can't take you, and that just, like, you can't buy character from like, somebody, so you having that instilled in you, yo, that means more than whatever they all doing right now, so it don't even matter. I mean, are you watermarking your stuff now, though?
Oh, yeah. My logos is on damn near every cover art I've ever did, and they actually, some of the labels actually told me to remove it, so I removed it by putting it very smaller in a very discreet place that's still visible, but they just couldn't see it because they blind. So it's still there. But yeah, bro, like they can't, like you said, bro, they can't erase me or what I've done, because if they do erase me, they got to take all the plaques off their wall. They got to take all the cover art down from their streaming services. They got to take all them chains off their neck. They got to take. Yeah, you feel me? You feel what I'm saying? You got to take all of that, bro. If they erase me from the music industry, bro, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be a drought. Right. Because half the music industry right now use me for a lot of their work and their music and their just promotion in general. Like, even some of these tour graphics that I've done animation and tour graphics for people who go on Rolling Loud or like Coachella, and they, you know, the background screen, you know what I'm saying? I've designed that. People don't ever credit me, but hey, like, for example, when TJ made his first debut back after being shot. Yeah. I did the Rolling Loud graphics for him that he walked out to, and nobody knew it was me.
Wow. Yeah, I was about to say, so you be doing it like on Apple Music now, when it's like you click on a cover art and then it'll be like moving in the background, stuff like that.
That'd be me. Doing that too. That's doing that. Yeah, facts. So, and now I take these skills that I've given these people who kind of don't take value in it, and I've been giving it to people who do value it, and building up my own artists now and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got my boy Hacky, my boy Quate. We've been working together. Those are guys who I produce for and make music with now. And we've been going up. You know, we just released a song called On God, and it's going crazy right now, bro. So, yeah, like, I've been transitioning from the people who don't value me to the people who do value me. And things have been so much up, bro. I've just been blessed, like I said. So
right. Cool. And we was talking about that, like, off camera. Like, you saying you helping kids out, like, showing them, like, different types of art and stuff like that. So how was that like?
That's super cool, man. I'm like, being around kids and teaching kids is like something I never saw for myself. Not to say that I wouldn't do it, but like, I just never thought I would be a teacher, you know? I didn't never see myself as the Mr. Flash, as everybody calls me now in the schools. So it's super dope, like, to be around these kids and teach them the things that I never had growing up, because, you know, I started in around 5th grade when we was at Pride Academy, you know what I'm saying, drawing out with Tay Sear and all of them, you feel me? And then, you know, I seen what it was like to be a 5th grader, 6th grader, and just having an interest and a passion in art or something like that, and then, you know, trying to figure it out. So now that I have all of this knowledge that I've grown up with, giving it to them now is just like giving them a head start. So now the next generation of artists like myself can have insider knowledge, business knowledge, because I teach them the business and the art stuff too. I teach them how to maneuver in the industry, what to look out for, what not to look out for.
And that's what you need.
You feel me? And like
Our teachers wasn't teaching us nothing.
None of that, bro.
Especially Mr. Ortiz. Like, he wasn't teaching us.
Mr. Ortiz. Mr. Ortiz used to be so tight, yo. Me and Matt used to be pulling out Bears SpongeBob lines every class, son. It used to be so bad, yo.
It used to be wild. But yo, you
wild.
need fun teachers though.
Yeah,
But you
man.
really, I ain't gonna lie, you really need teachers though that's teaching life stuff. Cause it's like, yo, I forgot what happened, but I remember like, yo, no, I know what happened. It was my math teacher. Okay. They were teaching us slope. He was like, yo, you need to know this because you gonna have to use slope in life.
Cap.
Bro, I haven't used slope since like the 8th grade. Right. Like the y equals mx plus b type.
Bro, why do I need to know the angle of a triangle?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, yo, we should have, teach me about like some taxes or something like that. Like,
yeah.
like I ain't like, why
that's
you
the type
me?
of math I need to know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care about no slope or like no, I'm saying
like right angles and obtuse triangle. Like, who cares, bro?
Low key, that's why I was failing math. Like my mom here right now, I ain't gonna lie. Like I told her I was failing, so I understand. But now I was really failing it. It's like, yo, I'm like, what I'm doing this for? Like,
right, there's no point.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, you need more teachers that really teach you about life type. Yeah, so I think that's tough what you doing.
I think, and it's like it's another cool thing too to like have not only just teachers who are like hip to what's going on in the real world, but also people of our skin color teaching other kids that like they see in us.
Nah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? They got people that look like them, talk like them, act like them. Teaching them, they're gonna gravitate to us more because a lot of my students be coming to my class and be like, "Yo, I had a long day. My day sucks." I'm like, "Why?" They like, "Oh, because Miss So and So, Mr. So and So, they just so mean to me, or they're treating me like this, or they give me so much homework. They and I'm like, nah, don't. I give them the best advice. I make sure they feel safe and secure. They come to me as if I'm like a therapist sometimes. Like they feel super comfortable and they gravitate towards me. And I make, like I told you off camera, I make my class feel like a study hall period, but you also still learning both vital information and you have a time to relax and feel like, yo, I'm in school, but I'm not really in school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. It feels like a safe space, and I like to provide that. And then on top of the information that I'm giving them, like I said, like, I don't only just teach them my art stuff. I teach them real life stuff, how to move, because they in Brooklyn. I teach in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of them is coming from the hood, like the gutter, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So a lot of them have seen things I've never seen coming out of the hood I was in and things like that. So they tell me a lot of stories about gang violence, about how their cousins is banging this, banging that. And I'm like, yo, please, stay far away from that. Do not even think about going down that lane because it's nothing but death, jail, or some other worse thing that's leading down that path. So I try to give them the most vital information. Like it becomes a real thing now. Like when it's not about this art stuff, and they, you know what I'm saying, this is coming from a real big brother perspective now. You know, they only in the 6th to 8th grade, so I make sure that they get not only the positive message, but they get to see what it's like to be in my field and see how I handle things, so that way they can have a different mindset and open mind about going through the life things that they're going through, because they're young, they're a little reckless, so you know they need that guidance, and there's not a lot of people in their neighborhood or around them in the school that's giving them that. So I feel like that's where my duty is as a, not only just a teacher but as a person. You know what I'm saying, as a uplooking figure to them. So I try my best to steer them in the right direction and also make it fun too. So,
no, for sure. Because I mean, as an inner city kid, yo, it's like if all you know is just gangs and violence, like that's pretty much the life. It's like that's all I know. But if you show somebody, or if you show a kid, like, yo, it's a different lifestyle out here. Like you don't have to go down this road. Then that just opens up a whole different world, like imagination for them, bro. And even with you being a teacher, it's like, yo, you're who they're spending most of their time with. It's like they're at school pretty much the whole amount of their day. So I mean, that's where you can make the most impact on kids, I feel like. And like you just showing them your art and teaching them all this other stuff, bro, that you don't know what you're doing right now. You really like impacting them kids like crazy, bro. So I salute you for that. Appreciate
that, bro. And it's like, it's heartwarming for me sometimes hearing, like, just Friday I just taught at the school, and one of my students came in and said, "Oh, Mr. Flash, I just told my cousin about the perspective drawings that you taught us, because she said, oh, bro, teach me how to draw. Teach me how I know how to draw." So he taught her how, and his cousins and stuff like that, how to do the things that I was teaching them in class. So it's like to know that my students are taking what the information that I'm giving them in class and spreading it outside of the class and to their family members and other people that want to take interest in what they're doing because of what I'm telling them to do for like work and class and stuff. It's like, wow, like I'm actually having a further reach than I really expect. So it's kind of like a blessing in disguise. Like you said, I really didn't really realize until I started getting these perspectives. I'm like, wow, like this is something that I can see myself doing for a long, long time, because I feel like this next generation is the ones that are going to literally be our future, our bosses, our next creatives and stuff like that. And if I have a hand in molding them into being upstanding people in this newer society that's upbringing right now, I feel like that's my duty, bro. So I love it. I appreciate everybody who even believed in me to do this type of job, and I'm gonna just keep doing it, and, you know, just be blessed.
That's encouraging, yo. Like it's like a pat on the back to you, yo, knowing that they out here showing your stuff. Mr. Flash is tough too. Like I was gonna say, if I want to cut you off, like Mr. Flash, that's hard, yo.
It took a little getting used to, because I was like,
because you don't even want Mr. Williams. It's like
Mr. Williams sound like a history teacher or something.
Like you got detention or something. Now, do you be handing out detentions or what? Like,
nah. My students, although they do be a little reckless, you know, they have a respect value for me because I don't treat them like how the other teachers teach them or treat them. You know what I'm saying? Like I treat them like I said, little brothers and little sisters. So they not going to disrespect me or come out their mouth like how they do with the other teachers, because I've heard some stuff out in them hallways. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, nah,
they
be
be
like
wildin'.
that.
They be wildin'.
Like
So when you provide that kind of like space for them, they don't feel like they gotta be on that timing or they gotta be reckless. You know what I'm saying? It's just a simple, like, if they get out of hand, yo, I know you excited, I know you but like we in class right now. Remember where you at? Let's keep it there. And they be like, all right, Mr. Flash, I got you. Simple. You know, it's all about communication. You know what I'm saying? How you talk to people and how you say things.
Yeah.
A lot of these teachers be like, see you clear, wildin', bro. I be hearing it from 2 classes now. I'm like, bro, relax, gang. It's not that serious.
I had a teacher like that, bro, in 8th grade. After, like, when me and you, like, you know what I'm saying, with the different schools, y'all named Mr. Laguerre, bro. He used to beat us with yardsticks. I ain't even capping. He was like, yo.
The yardstick is crazy.
Like, I know what I'm talking about. He'd be like, yo, you get the he asked you a question. He's like, yo, you get the question wrong, I'm gonna slap you. He said, I'm asking you again. He said, you get the question wrong again, I'm gonna slap you twice. So it's like, yo,
he would have to see me after class.
Bro. It's like, yo, he hit me with no yardstick like that.
Like, what? Like, yo, bro, you got to see me after school. Like,
but shout out Miss Laguerre if he ever watched this. But nah, it's like, yo, that type of stuff, yo. It was funny, but yo, you remember teachers like that, yo. Like, we sure they just having fun. Like, he wasn't really, like, you know what I'm saying, abusing us. It was just like, yo, he would use fun tactics to kind of get us in line and stuff like that. And it's like, we grew a respect for him. So it was tough, yo. So
facts.
Nah, that's mad lit. But I mean, even with you impacting these kids, bro, that just comes from you not giving up on your dream, yo. Even with cover art, because it's like, yo, if you would have gave up way back when your account was on 0, all these stuff was going bad, you in the mud, bro. It's like, you would have never even made it to this point. So my next question to you is, what would you tell a kid, or what would you tell anybody that's on the verge of, like, you know, chasing a dream and it's probably taking longer than they expect to get there, and it's like, yo, I'm probably never going to happen, so, you know what I'm saying, I might just go ahead and just quit, start something different. Like, what would you say to them to keep them encouraged?
For starters, I would say keep God first. No matter what your faith is, there's one God, you got to keep him first at all times. There's no ifs, ands, or buts or excuses. He's the first and he's the last.
Right.
And then after that, I would say to stay focused, stay in control of not only just yourself and your emotions, but also your intellectual property. Whatever it is you're doing, you stay in control. Don't let nobody tell you what you can do or how you should do it. You do it how you feel like doing it, and then that'll translate through everything. You know what I'm saying? Stay motivated, stay positive, and have fun. You know, be yourself. Stay original. Like, I wouldn't want nobody to feel like they got to copy the next person or got to do something that they feel like they got to fit in or do, you know what I'm saying? Like some trend or anything like that. Like, just be original, be authentic, be unique to yourself. Like, don't be out here trying to be like the next person. Be you and stay humble.
Yeah. Stay
humble, because just like you could get it today, it could be gone tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of times I used to think like, oh yeah, I'm the man, I'm da-da-da-da. And then somebody got my opportunity over me, and I'm like, let me relax a little bit. Hold on, I'm feeling myself.
To go down quick, brother.
You feel what I'm saying? That like, it be the rise up be taking a little minute, but the moment it drop, like you got it there. You know what I'm saying?
But
so
you see,
like,
when it dropped though, it be feeling like, yo, it be feeling longer than the time when you up, yo. I ain't gonna lie. And it's like, all right, bro, like, come on, yo. Like, I learned my lesson. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
so
no, that's for real though. Like,
nah, yeah, and it's like, like I said, have fun. You know, you don't want to be in something or doing something that you feel like is like a job. You know what I'm saying? It's something that makes you feel like I gotta go work. I gotta get up and draw. Oh my god, nah. What? I would be depressed. I'm not gonna lie. That would be so like draining to wake up and feel like that every day. If you're not passionate about it or you don't like it or love it, I should say, then it's probably not for you. And it's okay if it's not for you. You can try and try and try, but as long as you actually love it, that's how you'll know. And if it's not, it's always okay to try something else. There's like so many different things under the sun that you can do that you never know you're good at. Like for me, I might not be good at like doing, I don't know, like singing. I can't sing for nothing. My vocals is kind of, but I sure could make a beat though. Yeah. So even though I'm not singing, and even though I love to sing, and I maybe had that passion in my mind, like, dang, I want to be the best singer. I want to be the next Chris Brown. I can realize and know that, hey, all right, maybe it's taking a little too long for me. It's not my way, but I'm nice at the beats though. So maybe I could still be in that lane to work with these people or this type of industry, but just in a different area. So never doubt yourself. Just always make sure that you, like I said, stay positive, stay humble, keep working too. Stay working. Don't never stop. I don't give yourself no breaks besides like mental breaks and like recoup breaks, but don't stop. Like just because you're like, I don't want to do this no more. Don't like pick it up and put it down. Yeah. You're not doing that. Nah, you're gonna literally like destroy yourself by doing that. So I feel like with those kind of key mentalities and key like ideals, I feel like anybody could be successful in any field that they want.
Facts. And to add, I would just say consistency, bro. Like facts. What I've learned, yo, dang, I sound like but what I've learned is like when you really just stay consistent with something. Like I saw it firsthand, yo. It's like it don't matter how long it take, yo. Just stay consistent. You will see the results, yo. It's like I always try to see like an opportunity or a goal I have is like a steel door. I got the sledgehammer, yo. I keep beating at that door, yo. Eventually, it's going to come down, yo. Facts. So it's like, yo, that just keeps me encouraged. It's like, yo, just keep going because you never know when it's going to happen. Just keep staying consistent on what you're doing.
Facts. Consistency is definitely key, and I'm glad you brought that up too, because that's probably like the number one most important thing in any kind of field. As long as you're doing it consistently, bro, it's like no limit to what could happen. You know what I'm saying? Like if I would have stopped, I've been doing this for 8 years. You know what I'm saying? This is my 8th year right now. Like November of this year will be my 8th year being this cover art guy that you see before you. So you feel me? Like if I would have stopped at any point, like you said, bro, at the times where I was low, at the times where I wanted to quit, at the times where people was taking advantage of me, I wouldn't be sitting here with you. I wouldn't be having half the stuff that I could be naming that I've done or whatever. So I feel like the consistency is really, really important. Yes. And whatever you do, don't stop, bro. Like never stop, not at once.
Right. Yo, so we've made it to the Matt moment segment of the of the episode, brother. So
let's do it.
Like I asked everybody, bro. And it's an acronym. It's when you made a transition or a turnaround in your life to where, you know, you may have been going down the wrong road. You know, you saw how stuff was happening and it was like, yo, I really have to change like what I'm doing. I got to change my routine. I got to change stuff I'm doing because it's clearly not working. So was there ever a point in your life that you like had that and you had to make that switch?
Yeah, I was hanging around a lot of friends that weren't really the best kind of friends for me. Most of them were artists. They were kind of like utilizing me in the wrong ways. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of influences in my life that was kind of like not the most positive. You know what I'm saying? People who had me out here late at night doing all types of stuff, doing things that I shouldn't really be doing. Like, you know, I don't want to get too much into it, but like we was just doing dumb stuff, like just dumb stuff we shouldn't have been doing, like late night, hanging out, drinking, taking out women, and just doing a bunch of nonsense. Like, and that was never the type of person I was, but because I was hanging around these people, and I'm like, all right, well, I don't want to be the oddball out that's like, nah, guys, let's not do this.
Yeah, that's
just kind of peer pressured into it. Got, you know what I'm saying, going to places I never really go, doing things I never really do, like. You know what I'm saying? And I luckily I'm smart enough to not do no like craziness, like no hard drugs or no like that. But like, you know what I'm saying? Just being out and about, just doing negative stuff and just hanging with negative people and just around just that energy was just very draining. And I realized like, yo, this is not who I am. So when I separated myself and I started realizing like, yo, these people ain't for me. They just need me for what I can provide for them. And I turned my life around from there. Bro, I literally found my people. The group of friends that I have right now is like my actual tribe. I feel like these are the people who I was meant to be chilling with. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? These guys are really God-centered people. They focus on like the real positive side of what we doing. They not worried about doubting or what my plans are, like doubting anything like that. Like they not killing my dreams and they helping, you know, flourish them. So I feel like me making that transition from those friend groups to the friend groups I have now, definitely helped me have a more steady mindset and also kind of built me up character-wise to like realize like, yo, bro, like you're bigger than what these people had you at. Like they had you at a ceiling. They almost like on a leash. Like, like, yo, bro, you can't hang with these people. You can't do this or else you going against the gang type shit. And it's like, first of all, I am not no gangbanger. I am not in no gang. Like, I don't know what you talking about, sir. I am my own man. I can do whatever I want. Yeah. So me working with other people and you being jealous about that, you got something to worry about yourself. You gotta fix yourself, gang. That ain't me. So I feel like that was like probably the most craziest thing that's been in my life because I'm a very calm, quiet guy. Like I don't really be doing too much. I don't be outside doing the most or doing like nothing crazy. I just hang with the wrong people, that type shit. So it's like, oh my bad, I ain't mean to curse. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really just that, you know, just being influenced by the wrong people and hanging with the wrong people. But once I got up out of that, my life really, really turned around. So I feel like that's what it was. Yeah,
but even that is hard, bro. Like, because that sometimes walking away is literally like the hardest thing. Thanks. So I'm sure that was like, it wasn't easy for you, yo, because it be sounding good, yo, but really separating yourself from like people you hang around all the time, it's kind of like you created an identity in that, and now it's like separate yourself from that. You kind of like, dang, you know, where do I go from here? Yeah. But even you having the boldness to even do that, bro, that's mad commendable, yo. So
I appreciate that because I used to hang out with some crash out dummies, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like people used to be wilding. Like it was this one artist that I used to hang with, and he just used to wild out for no reason, bro. Like for example, like it was one time I met him in the city, and we were supposed to go to his studio in his crib, and he would purposely drive behind those like delivery guys. And like rev his car to try and run them over from the back. Not really going to do it, but he's just trying to scare them into like falling off the bike or something. Yeah, and just for a laugh, I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't like that. Like that's not the type of person I am. I don't do stuff like that.
But I ain't gonna lie, let me out right here. Like no fun.
Yeah, and it's a couple times I did that, and he was like trying to like start with me like on some stuff. Like I was wilding because I'm telling him about the negative stuff he's doing, and it's like, nah, I can't resonate with you, bro. We not on the same frequency, and then be hanging out with this guy and, you know, using my connections to help get him lit and his music lit made people like not start messing with me because they didn't mess with him. Yeah. And it's like, bro, these connections I had for years, I'm talking about core, big level connections that I'm trying to put him on because he does make good music, but he's just a bad person or was a bad person. I don't know. I haven't spoken to him in years, but, you know, at the time I knew him, he was a very bad person. And a lot of people stopped messing with me just because I was around him. Like, I had someone tell me, yo, bro, like, I'd love to invite you to this event, but I can't if you come up with your mans. And I'm like, wow, that's tough. Like, and it's like, I don't want to be the messed up guy being like, hey, I'm not going with you because I got invited to this thing because now it would have made me look weird and it would have just caused a whole kerfuffle. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not trying.
That's wild. Yo, I've never heard that word.
Kerfuffle. You feel me? It's like, Google it.
Kerfuffle.
But you feel me? Like, I ain't trying to really like be weird or be that guy that like choosing sides kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, yo, that was wild.
That word is crazy, but I heard it the other day on the show. Man, but yeah, you feel me? Like I wasn't trying to be like on that type of time no more. So I just had to go on my own separate ways. And then it's like, I feel like the worst thing that happened with that same friend was I had a big interview on Power 105.1, and I brought brought bro there, and it was just terrible, bro. He started touching the radio stuff. He was doing mad stuff, and bro, we are in Power 105, bro.
Right,
People don't
like,
get the invite to go up there like that. You know
Why
what I'm
you
saying?
do that here?
Yeah, like, and it's like, bro, I'm here to put us on, and you over here wilding in the background. The little radio thing is there. You over here touching buttons. You over here filming yourself in people's rooms that's unlocked. You ain't got no access to this thing. We was told to sit in the lobby waiting area until the interviewer came on. He went to do something, and these guys is going in different rooms. They walking up and down the hallways. They playing their music, connecting to somebody's speaker. I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing, bro?
Yeah.
And then what made it even worse is that he gave his mans the camera, and he's not a cameraman. He didn't know how to work the camera. Bro was like, yo, could your man shoot from this angle? Why he said, bro, I lied to you not. My son said, yo, big bro, I don't even know how to do the camera. I just picked it up today. Like,
I would have started a
my
kerfuffle
God.
right then and there. It's like, yo, it's kerfuffle time.
it's kerfuffle. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro.
Obviously it is.
Like, yeah, this is so embarrassing, bro. And it's like, like, this is how you making me look. Like, you're an extension of me now. And now you being here is like kerfuffling my look. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just made it terrible. So, like, I'm so glad I was able to separate myself to be able to, like, be moving forward now, bro. Like, it's funny because that interview never even came out because of that. Like,
Dang.
I had to put it out on my platform, bro. And
wow.
yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Yeah, yo, with that, yo, I mean, the road to success, bro, is sometimes
rough.
it's full of a lot of goodbyes to a lot of stuff. People, like, so, yeah, I mean, that's what come with it, yo. I mean, you just can't take everybody, bro.
That's a fact, man.
But I'm glad you saw that early on before you got right here where you was really, really on, and then it's like, all right, bro, like, you really just messing everything up.
Yeah, like I'd rather it happen then than now because, like I said, or like you said too, like you gotta say goodbye to certain people. You can't bring everybody to the top, and I feel like everybody kind of knew around me because there's a lot of times where I didn't really believe in myself. I didn't really know what my title really meant because when I started getting my plaques and stuff like that, I didn't know what that stuff meant. I didn't know what it meant to have a platinum plaque. Everybody else knew, but I'm like, bro, it's just a fake disc in a little case. I don't. But bro, like that thing got a lot of like status, I guess. Yeah. And me personally, I'm not like one of them airheaded people. I don't really look at myself as like this huge guy, even though I know now what it means, and you know, I stay in my true identity now. But back then, I didn't know what that stuff, man. I just thought it was like a little like a regular trophy or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really looking at it crazy. But then everybody around me is like treating me so different. Like I'm some high level above them type of individual. But because they realized I didn't know that at the time, they try to keep me below them. And they use that to their advantage because they didn't know or really, really know that they had someone that they could have like really helped build up. Yeah. Instead, they put me down so I could keep myself below them so they could feel above me. And I'm like, yeah, y'all some messed up individuals. I don't like that. But now that I, stepped into my true identity and I realized who KidFlvsh really is, now I'm like, all right, bet. Y'all had y'all moment, but watch me shine now. Yeah. It's cool. Y'all took y'all advantage. Y'all did what y'all did. Big dog is stepping now.
I'm saying,
you know what I'm saying?
Part in my back, like.
Yeah. You feel me? So we living in it now, and I just, like I said, I feel so blessed. I'm so grateful for the lessons because I don't take these as losses. I take them as lessons. Like, it is what it is. I went through what I went through, so I can be here now. And now I'm sharing this moment with my best friend from second grade, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro,
it's crazy how the cycle just repeats itself, man. It turns back the clock, bro. Like, this is a beautiful moment right now. So I'm grateful, man.
Likewise, bro. But like to what you were saying, that just shines a light on community, bro. It lets you know how big community is, how big your support system is, yo. Thanks. And how you need to be around the right people, yo. Because it's literally, if you're around the wrong people, unfortunately, you could be the good one, but one bad apple gonna poison the whole thing.
That's
bro.
a fact.
So it's like, yo, just knowing you getting connected around the right people, that's headed in the right way, that's doing the stuff that you doing, bro. That's all you really need, yo.
Yeah, bro. Thanks.
But now, my brother, I got some personal questions for you. I ain't gonna lie.
Let's do it.
But they fun though, like, so don't don't get up here and start panicking, like.
Oh man, heart racing.
So number one, if you hit the lotto tomorrow, What's the first thing you'd buy after you pay your bills?
I'm buying my mother and father a house immediately.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about like just a regular house. I'm talking about like well, depending on how much I win, I'm getting them a compound. So I'm gonna get them a few houses on one land that I own, and I'm gonna give it to all my family members. Like my mom and dad gonna get the biggest house, and then my sister's gonna get a crib. My aunties, my uncles, my cousins, all of them, they could shack up in whatever houses they want to do. But like I'm gonna have like how Boosie got his whole compound, and you got
like the whole block,
like the whole like 40 acres type. You know what I'm saying?
So you about to get a cul-de-sac? I'm
gonna get a cul-de-sac on some Ed and Nettie type. You know what I mean? Like we about to own the block. So
you thinking strategically?
Because that's property value right there too. I can leverage the you know what I'm saying? Yo, people.
You see now where you gonna buy it at though?
Depends. Texas might be the spot. They got a lot of land. I ain't gonna lie. What, Texas not valid?
It don't matter. Like
inside joke.
No, it's valid though.
It is.
No, that is nice. Okay, so that's all you doing?
Oh no. I'm also besides getting them a crib and make sure they good, I'm gonna build an animation studio.
That's hard.
And then I'm gonna hire a bunch of people, get like creatives like myself, and really flourish my production company. Give people like us the opportunity to really grow and have a space. Everything's paid for. You don't got to worry about nothing, renting equipment, nothing like that. It's here. Just make the content, generate some revenue. You get a fair percentage, and you get paid like on some salary stuff. So that way we could really like build the wealth and build a community. And then I'm also going to start doing a bunch of nonprofits and charities to give back to not only my students and all that kind of stuff, but like kids in neighborhoods that don't have access to the stuff that we have. I'm gonna build like centers where they could come and learn art or learn things. I might even build my own school one of these days and make it like a art school / business school where you can learn how to be in the industry in whatever creative field. Because art is not just like typical drawing and painting. It's actually like what we doing now. Like podcast is an art form. Photography, filming is all art. You feel me? It's an umbrella category. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things fall under the category of art. Yeah. So I would build a school that can teach people what we are doing now: art, animation, podcasting, music, all of these different umbrella things, and then just push that, and then the rest I just probably chill.
Yo, that's really you really a good dude, bro.
I try.
See, I was gonna be I buy a Lamborghini and some junk. Like,
oh, that's gonna come too. I have a few of them things, but
I ain't even. Damn.
Few things gotta happen first before I think about myself. I'm not a selfish person. I'm a selfless person. So right. I want to help those who, help me first, because like I said, like I was already blessed enough in my life to be what I am today and where I am today. I feel like I made it. If I was to lose it all tomorrow, I could sit back and be like, you know what? I had a good life. Like I'm about to be 27 next week actually. So
word?
Yeah, 420 my birthday.
Happy early. Oh dang.
Oh yeah.
420 fall on Easter, yo, which is crazy this year. Like
that's crazy.
It's like how does
the Easter change every year? Like last year it was like 2 weeks before. Now it's who's controlling the calendar?
Last year it was like the end of March. Now it's like
bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. Time ain't real, bro. They be just making stuff, bro. Like I could make a calendar right now and say Christmas is tomorrow, and everybody gonna celebrate.
That don't make no sense. That's dead facts, though. Yeah. All right, question number 2. Bet. What's the most random fact you know? This isn't really a personal question.
What is a random fact that I know? And it's crazy because I just found out something the other day.
Off this, like the Snapple bottle cap?
Nah, I just saw some like scrolling on Instagram and I just found out a fact, but I can't remember what it is. But did you know that platypuses, they're mammals, but they lay eggs and they have 2 stomachs and they don't digest food. They actually like, they put like this like acidic kind of spit and they just dissolve it. Like they don't, it's so weird. And it's like a cross between like a beaver / like a duck / like a, I don't even know, bro. It's like, who created that? Like, I don't think, that was a lab animal, I think. I don't know, but like, what mammal lays eggs? You feel what I'm saying? And then it's like, they can survive in water, but they can't breathe on land for too long. That's why they got to stay in the water. So it's like, what are you? Like,
yeah, I don't even.
It's like platypus is weird. I was watching a random nature video. I
don't even know how to wrap my head around them. I mean, speaking of nature, though, penguins got kneecaps.
Wait, what?
On some wild junk, bro. They got
Seriously?
kneecaps.
But they just look like they stuff is tucked and they.
That's what I'm saying. But that's a random fact that I know, though.
That is, yeah, all right. Yeah. I learned something new.
Like, yo, like they have knee, which is wild.
Penguin,
it's like, yo,
penguin
you never
cats?
see them. They don't even bend their knees and jump into the water, though. That's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, so it's like, who found out that they had kneecaps?
They just dive in. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Stuff
It's,
in there.
it's a real thing, bro. That's wild.
Crazy. Oh, another fact that I found out is that Antarctica is actually an ice wall. It's not a massive land on a round sphere like everybody say. It's actually a wall encapturing all of the oceans and the land encapturing that we know today. That's what Antarctica is, and that's why nobody's ever. That's why every single country on the planet has signed the Antarctic Treaty to say that nobody can go there except for like a specific amount of people at a time, and it's all like government officials, like presidential level officials, because they don't really want you to know what's going on over there. There's no actual like person. Regular who can go there. They only take you to the tourist site to make you feel like you've seen Antarctica, but you ain't really seen Antarctica.
So it's like no population.
It's no population there. It's nothing there. It's an ice wall, and it's a secret military base there that they don't want you to know about. But I ain't trying to get shot, so you feel me?
But you know what's even crazier? Yo, so I saw on IG that we really going like into a rabbit hole. It's like, yo, they got tunnels. So I don't know if it's true though, but they say they got tunnels underground where you could travel from New York to Virginia in like an hour. I was about to say 15 minutes, but I think that's a stretch. Yep. Now, I don't know if that's cap because that's crazy. Because like, if it is, I'm no longer taking I-95. It's like, yo, I'm just going straight. I'm going to find out what the tunnel is. I'm going straight through the tunnel.
And you know, it's crazy because that theory actually backs up the theory about the LA tunnels in the Hidden Hills, in the Hollywood Hills. There's actual series of tunnels down there that only celebrities and famous people can use that has like Starbucks down there and all types of stuff. Like it's an expressway for literally only celebrities and public officials to get around LA. I promise you, bro. They was actually showing it. And I forgot what they called it. It's a specific name. But if you look it up, like the underground LA tunnels, bro, they literally have access ways that can get you from one part of LA to the next.
Now that's insane.
And it's strictly only for them. It's
now,
crazy.
have you heard this from like a celebs and you be around them? So, I mean, it's like.
Bro, yes.
Dang.
Like I've seen it. I haven't seen it myself. Let me not say that. I've seen it through other people.
That's crazy.
And I've heard a lot of stories about it. And there's actual video footage of it that surfaced because some whistleblower made it a thing. so yeah, it's wild, bro. It's a lot of secret things that's going on that we don't know about, bro. It's a lot of crazy
coming to the surface though now, though. Like,
yeah, they. Matter of
that
fact,
platypus junk was wild.
Yeah,
but the penguin junk was crazy too.
Penguin knees is crazy. I never knew that.
Yo, straight kneecaps, bro. Now, what's one fear you've outgrown?
The fear of not being able to like be somebody or be what I want to be with my life. Like I had a fear about like kind of like doubting myself. I had a fear of doubt that I would never achieve what I really wanted to achieve. I used to doubt myself a lot. But then I realized that's stupid. Yeah. I'm not about to sit here and doubt myself. I know who I am. I know my worth and I know my value. So I don't have that fear anymore. I used to be very fearful of like myself not being what my parents ideally wanted me to be. I didn't want to be a failure. Like I had a fear of failure. So, I didn't really want to be one of those guys that was just like doing this thing for no reason, like seeing no money off of it or seeing no real thing. Like you getting cool opportunities, but then the bag is short or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So now, once I finally got out of that, everything just started flowing and things just became seamless. And I feel like that's a fear that I've really had for a while that I grew out of, and I'm glad I did because it was very dark in those times. I'm not gonna lie.
Right. So. Now that give you more space to grow too, though, bro. Once you like just accept, like, yo, I'm gonna fail at it. So I mean, that just shows you making progress.
Yeah, because once you accept it, it's like you don't gotta fear it no more because it's like, all right, if I fail, I just pick myself up and do something else or do another thing. It's opportunities is always created by you. You know what I'm saying? Opportunities don't always come to you. You create the opportunities. And I want to give this quote that my boy Bearded Goose. I met him at Hat Club in New York City. And he was giving out everybody these $2 bills because he was working at a bank, and he had a stack of the $2 bills. And he was like, "Yo, bro, you got something special." I'm like, "I ain't even know you, bro." We had no conversation. He just came up to me. He was like, "Yo, bro, you got something special." I was like, "Why you say that?" He was like, "I don't know, but it's just something about your energy." And I was like, All right, and then he gave me that $2 bill, and he wrote on it with a Sharpie. And he said, "F luck, create opportunity." And I have it hanging up on my wall right now. And ever since then, it's been resonating with me and staying with me. And I feel like that's something like.
Nah, that's real though.
Yeah. You got to create your own opportunities. Like you said, with the consistency.
Yeah.
A lot of the times I'm just drawing and putting stuff out there just for myself. Created opportunity because now people who I never knew was watching me saw it and was like, "Yo, I love what you do. Pull up.
Yeah.
Do this. Do that. I got this artist or I got And then next thing you know it creates an opportunity, and now you're doing something that you never thought you would be doing. So that's something that I would say I got over for sure.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy. I mean, I feel like that's a lot that people believe though. It's like, they think it's just gonna fall in your lap. It's like, no, you actually really got to get up and actually move. And like once you move, that's like you said, that's when the opportunity comes. But if you're just sitting around like waiting, like, nah, it's gonna fall somewhere. Like it's somewhere up there. It's like, it's never coming down.
Right.
So you gotta save yourself, get up and like do what you need to do.
That's a fact. Nobody come to save you but you.
This is the last one, then we're gonna get into the game. The game's lit. I ain't gonna lie.
Snap. I'm ready.
What's a random skill you have that people don't expect?
That's actually a very good question. Nobody's ever asked me that. A random skill. I could dance, so that's cool. A lot of people don't know that.
You want to hit the pin drop right now or something? Like
if this table was here. But yeah, no, I could dance. I could dance pretty well. Actually, you know, it was crazy. In Marist.
Yes, I ain't gonna lie. I was just about to say that. Like,
I used to dance for the talent shows. So yeah, I won a couple of them things. I ain't gonna lie. I was doing my thing. So, but that's a random skill. And then also, I also know how to do tattoos.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I know how to do tattoos. Facts.
I mean, yeah, bro. You know how to draw. Like, I kind of just thought about that. Now, how is that though? Is that harder though? Like,
depending on the person, because it's skin, so you don't want to cause no infections or nothing like that. So you got to be very delicate. But yeah, no, it's just basically like drawing on paper. It's like somebody's arm.
Now, because I ain't never got no tat. Now, is it like tracing or what?
Yeah, basically. Like you could freehand and do something if you got the talent like that, but majority of the times you just taking like a wet print with some ink and you just tracing whatever it is. It's like the easiest way to like do drawing for real. It's just like kind of like how those old tattoos you usually get with the lunchbox and you just put some water on it and you feel me? It's like that, but then you get the needle and you do your thing. But yeah.
So now, do y'all real artists get offended by like tattoo artists? They call themselves artists or like what? Yeah. So now, do y'all real artists get offended by like tattoo artists? They call themselves artists or like what?
Well, if you jacking your artist and you tracing.
It's kind of like.
I mean, you can develop the art skill by doing that because, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still guiding your hand. You're looking at guidelines. So, eventually, over time, you're going to pick it up and it's become second nature. So, you can teach yourself how to draw by tracing. Yeah. So, you can develop yourself into a real artist. But if you just strictly tracing and then I see, like, all right, take this blank piece of paper and draw something, and you just draw some stick figure, then you can't jack that game.
Log out.
Right? Log out. Facts. But yeah, damn, I'm trying to think of some other skills.
Word, let us know, yo. Like,
I just do too much things. Like, I do video editing. I do rap, but I think a lot of people know that, so never mind. Dang.
You know how to beatbox?
I do.
You know what's crazy? I know how to beatbox, like on some wild jump.
Trying to collab on a beatbox beat? What we doing?
I mean, we could. Hold on, let me catch it.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Like,
yo, my man's is over here. Don't try to play me, bro.
Yo, come on, son. That was tough.
That jump was like that.
That was tough, yeah.
You heard the...
Yeah. When he picked up, I put,
You know that jump was tough.
Yo.
He a hater, whatever. Anyways, I thought it was hard.
I thought so, too.
You bugging.
We did that.
Come on, bro.
We did that.
Hey, bro. Look at that hate over there. Okay.
Yeah.
So, so now the game, bro.
I bet.
Now, what the people don't know, obviously, me and Sean, yo, like we love SpongeBob like deeply. Like it's bad. Like, we used to get in trouble in school for it. So
a lot. Mr. Ortiz, we love you, bro, but we had to. I ain't gonna lie, we had to.
But so now the game. I got a couple quotes.
Right.
SpongeBob quotes. Now what we gonna do is I'm gonna send you the list. What we gonna do is we're gonna say the quotes as close as how the person that said it in the show as possible. Like we're gonna try to impersonate them as best as possible.
I bet.
And we're gonna let the crowd judge whoever they feel like had the best one.
I bet.
So
this is gonna be stupid.
Let me send you the joint.
Yeah. Oh man.
Now, you want to start it off or what? I mean,
yeah, I don't mind. All right, cool.
Now, okay. Yeah, matter of fact, let me see. Which ones could we get? We could do all of them, actually.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You want me to do the first one?
Do the first one.
Do the first. All right. It was his hat, Mr. Krabs. He was number one. Yo, nah.
Hold on. I'm about to kill it.
All right, man.
I'm about to kill it.
Oh, this one is stupid.
It was his hat. Hold on, I got it.
Oh, nah.
It was his hat, Mr. Krabs. He was number one.
Yo, nah, son.
Did I have the best, though? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
I did all right.
So
I think I did.
We gonna get at the Sean?
Yeah. All right.
Yo,
all right.
You be hating, yo. Yo, you? Okay, bet. I'll start with the next one then.
Yo, bro, my tears, bro.
Will, you gonna let this one? Okay, let's get it. Leader. Oh my God, yo.
Yo, nah, bro. What? Oh my gosh. All right. All right, wait. Can I do the beforehand, like when SpongeBob did it? And then,
go ahead.
He was like, all right. So the Dutchman was like, ah, woo. SpongeBob was like, this nigga Patrick is like, leader. Yo, nah, SpongeBob got it. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I think he did.
It's 1-1.
Yeah, it was 1-1.
Okay, we at least got to do like 6. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. Oh wait, actually, we'll pick whichever one you want to do.
All right, bet. I got it. Firmly grasp it. No, firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it. Just stabbed him in the hand.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think. Okay.
All right.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp it. Nah, my boy was wild.
Give me that one. Oh my God.
I bet.
Y'all different, yo.
All right.
Okay. We'll make this the last one.
All right.
Y'all better give me this one. I'm looking to the camera for this joint.
You gotta stare at it.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
I was looking at that one too. That's how I know we connected, bro. We right there with it. Yo, bro, words are everything. I was looking at it like, out of all of these, I know what I'm about to say next, and it was that
Oh,
way.
everything. I better have that way, yo.
All right, wait.
I practiced that joke before I came here, yo, so I ain't even gonna lie. Like,
I gotta get in the character. All right. Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Yo, stop, yo.
Oh
my Yo.
I we got to do
slippery slope.
we got to do a tiebreaker. We got to do a tiebreaker.
Okay. You was kind of back, so I'm gonna let you fuck it.
Oh, brother.
Put the audio.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me lock in.
All right.
You got me? Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
All right. I gotta do it over? I gotta do it again? All right. I can't cheese doing this. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Nah.
Yo. Oh, yo, whatever, yo.
All right. I don't know who got that.
Should we do?
With some honorable mentions, though.
You could throw in an honorable mention.
All right. I got something that's better than 24.
Oh, God.
Let me hear it. 25. 25.
Okay, I got one. Arr, SpongeBob, you're spending all of my money.
We're not talking about this or this. We're talking about this. Yo, nah, SpongeBob is too classic, bro.
Yeah, I don't have no more, yo. I mean, I have some, but I ain't going to.
Yeah, nah, we ain't go out.
Yeah,
let us know in the comments.
I'm embarrassing myself. Okay, but anyway, my brother, yo, thank you for coming on.
Yo, I appreciate you, brother.
Yo, I really appreciate you, man. Thank y'all for watching, yo. Please tune us in the next episode, and I'll catch y'all later, man. Peace. Yeah, oh, beautiful.
One time for the road, man. Yeah.